Man, what's going on YouTube? I had to clear a lot of freaking storage up. I don't know why it was a lot, but hey, I can really talk to y'all now. So make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, because I'm really being consistent on this channel. I'm really trying to blow up and give y'all the knowledge that is out there, but you know, that you can get on this channel. I'm gonna be real because you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Whatever knowledge I get up here, I'm gonna spread it to y'all. So, a little story time. I know y'all saying about the title, boy, I recorded this on 3 times already, but we should be good. So, starting out right, I know y'all saying about the title. Stop being a do boy. You a do boy. You being a do boy too much. That's what it is. You a do boy. Stop being a do boy. I was a do boy. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? So first job ever, right? A little story time. You know what I'm saying? So first job was Domino's, right? Starting out, you know, I'm like, oh, I got me a job. I don't want to lose this job. You know what I'm saying? I want to hold a job. Always get money flowing in. Because once you get that first check, you're like, dang, people get this much money. I want to buy this. So think about it. If you spend it on your money too, they're gonna be telling you to do extra stuff if they peep. You know what I'm saying? Like if you quiet and stuff like that, ain't nothing wrong with being quiet. But if you quiet and to yourself and always saying yes, but they're gonna take advantage of you. Freaking you talking about? Cause they did that to me. So that's one instance. So it started out when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll always just be like, yeah, because why not? You know, some people are afraid to tell people no, especially your managers. Your managers can do some stupid junk. Be like, hey, can you go clean up the highway? Knowing that's not your job. That's their job. But they'll tell you because you quiet and stuff like that, and you be saying yes. So they're like, let's try it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all too. I'm gonna get deep into it. So, Walmart, right? I was starting out with Walmart. This was after I'm in the subway, Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start off with Walmart. So Walmart, right? Started working there. My brother, he was working there. I used to be at the subway in Walmart, but I transferred over to Walmart because, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm that type. I don't know, just making food all day. I'm like, I just want something different. So I started working there, and I was working at the sporting goods section. So that if you know about the sporting goods section, sometimes you would just have, or if you worked at Walmart, you will have 2 departments that you're running. That's it. Like some people would just have like fabrics and it'd be like, or let's just say it like this. It'd be like electronics is their own section, sporting goods with hardware, garden with garden, beauty with the stuff in the front. It's stuff like that. Like you would just have 2 at most because think about it, it's mainly only like 3 people in that department. 2 people, you know what I'm saying? So starting out, right, I was at sporting goods. And keep in mind, I'm quiet at the time, didn't talk to nobody, nothing like that. I just kind of moved to this state out here. So I'll always say yes, you know what I'm saying? So I started being nice and stuff like that. And it's okay to say no. Because once you start saying no, then people are going to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? They get the hint, like, okay, we can't do it to him. So I will always do the job and stuff like that. They'll tell me to do something, and I'll be doing it, and I do it fast. So it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, hey, can you go do this? That's not done. Freaking you talking about like it's done. It been done. You told me, and it already been done. And then they'll tell you to do something else. Yeah, you finish that? Do this. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that they supposed to do. Can you do this? And then next you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was one of those. So eventually, right? I've, or let me back up. So I would be working at like electronics and stuff like that, covering. Cause think about it, they would be like, "Hey, can you cover this?" They know that they can go to Cam, and he always say yes. That's why I'm making this video, bro. Stop saying yes all the time. I know it's hard. It was hard for me until recently. I'm like, bro, why the freak am I saying yes to stuff that I don't want to do? It'd be like people would just be like, "Hey, you want to go bowling?" Knowing that I only got 2 hours of sleep, I used to say yes. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't used to do it, and then they'll look at me different. You know what I'm saying? Not that I care, but it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That you always say yes when you really don't want to. It's like, bro, why are you making other people happy? You know what I'm saying? You wear this free, I'm wear this free. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing that, stop now, because that's why people is using the crap out of you and me. use the crap out of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, working at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? I would always just do stuff and be done and be quiet and yes man and stuff like that. So I'd be at electronics and people, they'd be like, all right, I'll be back. You know, the workers, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. And this, you know, you'll be like, dang, it's been 15 minutes, man. You know, you ain't no snitch and nothing like that. We ain't no snitch over here. So be like, bro, you know, it been 15, it been 30, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd come back and then they'd be, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a cigarette, freaking went to Mickey D's, did the freaking Burger King SpongeBob junk, scratched the tickets for the Monopoly, all that junk. And you just sitting there doing, not that it was hard, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You would just be there like, and at the times I would skip my break. I don't even know why I was doing that. I was skipping my break. I'm like, oh, it's 15 minutes. Like, nah, I don't want to take it. I was one of those, you know what I'm saying? And I used to towards the end, but at the beginning, I'm like, a break? What the freak? I don't need no break. You know what I'm saying? It's barely any customers. So I'm like, bro, excuse me. And then afterwards, right? I don't know if y'all, I don't know about now, but I'm pretty sure now they still do it. So I had this Walmart card where it was like 10% off of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? It would be 10% off of your whatever you get. So, and I read it. I always read. It'll say family and friends. That's it. Nobody else, right? Or especially the family. I think it was just family. So I would always use the card. You know what I'm saying? Give it to my family because I read that it said family. So I would give it to my family until towards the end. I'm not even gonna lie. I used it and I gave it to my family in the close. I was not giving it to nobody else. Give it to my family, right? They call me in the office and then they're gonna talk about, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna have to fire you because you've been letting other people use your card. Ain't no snitch, but bruh, people will let people use a card and then do some other stuff. It's like friends, you know what I'm saying? They'll just let other people do it, but they were watching me. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't know, but the woman that worked there, she had something against me. And that's one thing. When you're a good worker, some people don't want to, some people are scared that you're going to pass them if you're a good worker. So I think that person was probably scared that I was going to take her spot or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think so because towards the end, she said, the woman, she didn't do it, but they called me in the office. They told me, oh yeah, we're going to suspend you for using the card. In reality, everybody else is doing it in the store. Why me? You know what I'm saying? But think about it. If you're quiet and stuff like that, yes, man, other people don't want to see you winning. They're going to look at you. They're always going to be watching you because, like I said, they're scared that you're going to take their position. So stay to yourself. Never open up to people. Stop telling people your business. That's what people go wrong. Stop telling people your freaking business. Because there's going to be somebody that hates on you. And then when they hate on you, they're going to tell the big man. And once they tell the big man, they're going to be like, oh, we can hold him by him. We can hold him right here. Because we already know his situation. So stop telling people your freaking business. And so, called me in the office, did all that junk. And then I'm like, bro, what? Other people was doing that. I'm like, why me? And then I even said, like, I was like, I already know how this jump was going because I peeped towards the end. I was like, yeah, I already know. Like, y'all was the ones that always say, hey, Cam, you could go tell Cam to go do something, and he would do it. The manager literally shook her head like, yeah, you're right. So they planned out a thing and basically would say, they would get their stuff because, you know, managers, they're basically the ones that tell their employees to do it, right? But they pick certain people. If one says no, we know we can go to him. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing how managers are. They'd be like, oh, we know we can go to him. So that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? And there was one of those, like, they even said it, it was like, yeah. It was one of those, like, yeah, you was on that list. Like, basically, like, we could tell you to do anything. We all know you'll do it. She even shook her head. And I'm like, dang, that after that moment, something in my brain rewired. It was like something that was broke, but then rewired. Like once I seen her like shake her head in slow motion like that, I'm like, oh yeah, I already know how this gonna work. I already know. And yeah, sure enough, got fired, did all that stuff. And I said, yeah, I know who fired me. And I told her, and she was like, yeah. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, if you just sit back and watch stuff, you'll know. You'll just know who likes you and who don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why you just stay out the way. Worry about your own self. Because once you start being friendly with people, they ain't gonna like that, bro. I don't know why people are like that. I really don't know why people are like, they don't want to see you win. Especially at a 9 to 5. Like, I don't know. I really don't get it. But yeah, after that situation, bro, I learned to always keep my mouth shut and to say no when I really don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not saying to say no to your daily stuff. Oh, not to say no to your daily stuff, but like, if they telling you to do stuff, do stuff, do stuff, do stuff, like, bro, no. Like, if you finish your work and they telling you to do something, to do something. But if they be like, hey, if they ask you, that's different. But if they telling you to do something, that is totally different. Like, bro, no, I already done did this. Y'all tripping, you know what I'm saying? Just say no. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying yes all the time. Because in reality, they gonna look at that, and then other people, they might take it the wrong way and be like, oh yeah, he's getting closer to the manager. I don't like that. You wanna get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and one thing else, bruh, if you on your last thing, bruh, and you a good boy, and they not trying to work with you, or if you doing your job, and the manager and them not trying to work with you, let's just say like, bruh, your scheduling and stuff like that. Cause I would have thought another job, not the job now, not the job now. This job is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna say perfect, but it's good now. But I done had some jobs where it was like my scheduling would be off, and I would always go to them and be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I work this amount? And then they'll just be like, oh, you know, we need somebody to work 40 hours and you know, that's mandatory unless you drop down and lose your benefits. I'm like, dang, you know, lose my benefits. I'm like, I'm not trying to lose my benefits. So, you know what I'm saying? I would always work that, and it was to the point where I got towards the end of my thing, and I'm like I think you get 10, and I was at 9 because something happened and then something else happened. I'll always be late because my schedule would be 8. I'll be going in one day at like 8, 10, 11, 1, 12, 8, 9, 30. Like, bro, what the freak are y'all doing? Because they already knew I was a yes man, and I wouldn't confront them and be like, fix this. You know what I'm saying? People will always tell me, bro, stop being a good boy all the time. But that went over my head, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, towards the end, I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yeah, I realized they not trying to work with me, so I gotta get the frick on and start fresh. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little story time to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That I learned. So if you're just like me, comment down below. Stop being a yes man. Stop always saying yes all the time, especially these jobs that are, you know what I'm saying, that aren't trying to work with you in this sense. Or if you start noticing something, bro, stop. Just cut that junk off and just, you know what I'm saying, bruh, nah. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. I know this video is long. We're at like 13 minutes, and I had to put y'all a video. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just stop saying yes all the time. Okay, even the Bible says, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no's." Other than that, comes from the evil one. You know what I'm saying? Because you sitting up here lying, saying that you want to do something you really don't, trying to please somebody else. Stop pleasing people. That's why I stopped doing that. I realized, I'm like, bro, I'm pleasing all these people for what? What they gonna give me? You know what I'm saying? If you ask them for something, they'll look at you sideways. But when they want you to do something, they'll come up, hey, can you do this? And then when you ask them, they'll say no to you. What the frick are you talking about? Get the, what? But make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy Cam. I'm out. And yeah, this is Knowledge 101. Yeah, I like that. Knowledge 101. Figures you talking about. Gain some knowledge. Get the freak up out of here.